Do you control the dream? Do you control the dream?
So, you scheduled with us. Thank you. If you paid and you wanted to use one of our discount codes, it's very important that you pay online to use that particular discount code for that discount. Our invoices don't let us do those percentages on the installations. We can only change the quantity values. It's very important that when we show up, we want to make sure that your area is clean that we're going to be working in. If we're going to be working on a stereo, it's very important to take things out of your pockets underneath your stereos. If you have a console, it's very important that you take everything out of the console and put it in a garbage bag or something so you can fill those storage areas up later after we're done completing our installation. If we're doing a subwoofer install and you have to know where you want your amplifier, you're going to want to know where to place your equipment, and then that area also needs to be cleaned out. Oftentimes when we're doing cameras for dash cams and backup cameras, you'll see that you need to clean out the areas. So if you notice here, we're doing a trunk because we need to put in a subwoofer. A lot of times we need to run wire through the headliner to the back, and that's what you're seeing here. And we'll also show you in the front where a front camera goes. You'll notice that it sticks on the window. We usually put it on the left, right side, or lower portion of the mirror, as long as it doesn't interfere with any electronics inside the car. So a lot of times we need to get power from your ignition. If you notice here, we got to lay down on the floor mat and we have to take the lower panel of the dash off to get to the ignition wires. We don't try to use the fuse panels if we don't have to, because we don't like to show evidence of an installation for when your vehicle visits a dealership. So if you have pets, or if you have a floorboard area that needs to be cleaned, or if you want to put something down or give us a towel, that'll help us a lot when we're completing the installation for you. After we're done with the installation, we also like to make sure that you check everything and make sure it functions the way you want it to function, as if you're using it. So that way we can address any troubleshooting while we're there on site. If for some reason something happens after the installation, we do warranty how things get powered up. We don't warranty the equipment itself. So we can check that power is available if something happens. Generally, we try to fuse everything or use the vehicle's existing circuits so you can have a fuse be replaced if for some reason something popped. The other thing is, when we're working on a vehicle, weather conditions can play a big role in how we complete the installation. If you wanted to help us out as far as shade, if it's really hot out and we don't want to get sunburned either. Cold out, a lot of times we got to wear a lot of clothing and we got to use gloves. I usually cut the fingertips off because we still need to use our fingers for connecting wires and stuff. So if you happen to have a heated space or somewhere in the sunshine, it always helps us out. Sunlight is very critical, and one of the things I personally enjoy about doing installations, because it gives me natural sunlight to see what I'm doing without having to worry about the various lights that we can try to use to get into tight spaces, such as being under your dash or in a back seat or under a seat or something like that. So these are things for you to consider. Again, thank you for scheduling with us. If you used one of our codes, it's very important that you use the code and pay when you schedule your appointment. We cannot change the percentage in our invoicing application right now. If you didn't pay for it online and you used one of our discount codes, it's important that you pay online. So again, thank you for choosing Mobile Masters, and myself or one of the other guys that I work with, we'll look forward to seeing you soon.